After close to 7 months, the government has reopened the Eugene F. Correia International and the Cheddi Jagan International airports to commercial flights. According to Minister of Public Works Juan Ogle, all passengers will be required to present a negative COVID-19 PCR test on arrival, which was taken at least 7 days prior to travel. However, those with results less than 3 days old will be allowed to bypass the second test at the airport.
For passengers desirous of traveling to Guyana, they will be required to do a PCR COVID-19 test within 7 days of travel. If the PCR test is done within 72 hours of travel, the passenger will not be required to do another PCR test on arrival. If the PCR test is done between 4 to 7 days of travel, the passenger will be required to do a PCR test on arrival.
Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony, in his remarks disseminated by the Department of Public Information, said swabbing will be done at the airports, while the PCR test, which passengers arrived with, will be validated by local authorities to ensure they are authentic.
And so we have put the necessary mechanisms in place for you to have that second test at the airport. We will be able to do the swabbing, and then we'll do the analysis. And while that is being done, you will have to remain at the airport. And once we confirm the results and that you are negative, then you will be allowed to leave the airport.
Previously, the airports were only opened to cargo flights, repatriation, medical evacuation, and special authorized flights. President Irfaan Ali on Sunday noted that the decision to reopen the airports must be taken to ensure the economy functions.
Our country remains, along with the rest of the world, under the threat of the COVID-19 pandemic. We must learn to both live with it and deal with it. We're doing everything within our means and with the assistance of the international community to bring it under control. In the meantime, however, we must be able to keep our economy functioning and growing.
The president said he is satisfied that the airports are ready to welcome passengers in keeping with strict COVID-19 rules.
I'm satisfied on the advice of my ministers and the Director General of the Civil Aviation that both our airports are fully prepared and are ready to operate in a manner which will ensure the safety of all who work there and pass through them.
Chief Executive Officers of the CJIA Rameshgir and the Eugene F. Correia International Airport, Colonel Retired Anthony Magdisi, said they too are confident that the systems in place are adequate for the restart of commercial flights. Guyana so far confirmed over 3,400 COVID-19 cases and over 100 deaths. Bibi Katun, Newsroom.